Hey guys, Alex here. Trigger. Thanks for joining me again. We've got a new patch, which seems like a really good one. Performance has gone up for me. What they've done with the shadows seems great visually, if not only performance-wise. And I've sort of had a bit of a play around with a couple of my mates, playing some squads last night. Got a bit of a feel for this. Got a bit of a feel for all the additions, but still very much learning it. The new gun seems sweet, the Mini 14 or whatever. But let's go for a win this game. We're gonna jump here, get a car, and drive to Prim and get geared, and then set ourselves up for the late game. We got one other dude jumping with us, it looks like. Or is he looting? Looks like he's probably looting these red houses. There's a Dacia, and there's a bike. Is that a bike? Could be a bush, I'm not sure. Let's just go for this Dacia. That guy's looting there, I'm not too worried about that. Okay, sweet. So it looks like no one else is interested in Prim that I can tell. Oh, there's that. Is that guy long jumping up there? I saw. Anyway, we'll see. So when your focus is on winning, you really want to jump a long distance from the plane, the flight path of the plane, along a road so that you can find a car, and then you can then drive that car to a really good sort of loot-heavy destination of your choosing. In this case, it was Prim. It's almost always better to go to coastal ones because they're going to be the least contested, as long as they're a long way from the flight path. I advise you guys to just sort of loot all around and just get a sense of what you like, and then you'll find that there's sort of a selection of looting spots that you will know well, you'll loot them efficiently, and you'll know how to find cars to get to them consistently. Yeah, but the general formula is jump along a road away from the plane. It is really that simple. No one behind me. There did seem to be a guy who was long jumping, sort of, so whether or not he comes to Prim, I don't know, but I just got to be wary of that. I'm going to park the car in a way that makes it look like it wasn't abandoned by a player. So I'm just going to park it near the road here and point it in the opposite direction to which I entered. Hiding it behind buildings and whatever is also fine, but this is just means I get out close to these warehouses, which is where I want to loot. Alright, let's get to it. Not my favorite gun, but I'm just picking it up to defend myself in case someone comes. M16, I've been loving this gun recently. I mean, I can't hear cars arriving in the rain, so I've just got to check more than I normally would. You know, the big benefit of looting this far away from the flight path is if anyone is going to come, they're going to come in a car, which normally means you'll hear them, but that's not the case with the rain, so just being a little bit more cautious than I normally am. I'm going to make my way up to the diner and then work my way back down south, because then I'll be looting away from the direction that's, if someone was coming late, they would most likely be looting, if that makes sense. And I really want to make sure I loot the diner before I leave, because it has a really good loot table for weapons and gear and such. Alright, here we go. We got the mini boys. going to keep the M16 over the potential AK just because I feel more confident controlling this gun at the moment. But if we find a SCAR L, ideally we find a SCAR L or an M4 and we'll switch out to that so we can use the Mini for medium and long range because it is essentially just an upgraded M16 at those ranges, and use the full auto 5.56 for close range. If I didn't have the Mini, I would just use the M16 because it is sort of a bridge between the two different guns. Burst fire is criminally underrated, and also something that I want to improve with. But we're going to pick up the attachments for the M4 because that's what I'm hoping to pick up. I don't know how much gas was in the car. That's something I should have checked. So I will pick up a gas can if I found one. And while I'm just looting like this, I don't think there's anyone here, so we can sort of drop my guard down a bit. I want to talk about a question from one of my viewers, Joseph, who was highlighted in his own gameplay that he feels like he's getting rushed by the circles and sort of, you know, not making the best decisions, I guess. So I assume he's talking about like sort of mid to late game, which is sort of circles like, you know, 4, 5, and 6, where you're not running huge distances, but because the time is quite low, if you mistime it, you get punished very heavily because the damage of the circle is so high. So, I mean, in any competitive game, that sort of making calm, quick decisions comes down to just a lot of repetitions and a lot of experience. But you can sort of help shortcut that by setting yourself a game plan for those situations before you get into the game, so that then you have something that you can execute to try and shortcut the decisions that you would have to make and give yourself a framework so that you can just be quicker. So in terms of moving yourself from circle, into the play zone in the late game, I would say as soon as play zones pop, you want to open the map and make a decision on where you want to get to and what the best and safest route is based on your knowledge of the map at that point, in that game. So once you have that, I would then say move out sooner rather than later. Even if the distance isn't that long, it's much better to get closer to the play zone, like very close to the next play zone, safely, being able to move from cover to cover and check your flanks, check your behind, than it is to try and, be super safe and go late and miss the timings. And as you play more and more, you will then realize, based on the distances and the layouts of the map, when you can wait longer and gather more information before you move and when you need to move. But yeah, just start by moving early, Joseph, and moving from cover to cover and just checking your flanks as you move. And then as you get more reps in, you can sort of slow that down and you'll know, okay, I can wait here, hold this position for a bit longer, and then I can move out in 20 seconds. I hope that helps. If you have any more questions to follow up from that, because it is a very complex topic, please let me know, and I'd be more than happy to articulate more on that. So, I've got to start. Do I have to start moving? What are my meds like? Not that bad. I don't have that many meds. And the play zone's not that far, so we're actually going to do that thing where we just stick around, take some damage from the blue, but continue looting, because it's just very safe, and it means we can get even more gear. I haven't picked up a red dot or anything. I've probably been looting super inefficiently while I was talking about that strategy. But anyway, we're going to loot quite a few more houses. I'm sure we'll be fine. So what am I trying to pick up? I need a red dot desperately. And a 4x would be amazing. And then just some more stims so that I have some stims left over, because I'm going to have to use some to get back into the play zone. Some 5.56 ammo would be great as well. I've seen quite a few AKs, but I really want to keep a 5.56 weapon, just personal preference. There was patch notes about them clamping the horizontal recoil on high recoil weapons. I have no idea what that means. It sounds like that improves the AK, but I haven't played enough to know if that's the case. So if anyone does know about that, let me know in the comments. Is the AK way better? Shit, I have a compensator. I don't need the flash rider. Red dot, sweet. Alright, a couple more houses and then I have to start moving. It's not a massive drive, but it's a reasonable enough drive that I don't want to leave it too late. I'll loot this one because it's like the mini diner in terms of loot spawns. And then we'll loot these two other houses, yellow houses, to our north as we run back towards the car. We're picking up those extra stims that we need, which is good. Still haven't found any more 5.56, which is disappointing. So we'll just quickly run through these yellow houses and then we'll get out of here. I'm starting to take a lot more damage, because the damage is ticked up. Because the second play zone is now locked in, but that's fine. We'll use bandages just to keep ourselves alive, and then we will double stim and use a first aid kit and drive. We're finding some good items, a little bit more ammo, and that silent suppressor, sorry, is a really good pickup. Getting used to all these new sounds. That was a new... Is that a double AR suppressor? Sniper rifle, wow. Alright, let's not die this game. That would be great. A bit more ammo. So we haven't found a Scar L or an M4. That's a bit unfortunate, but we'll be fine. We'll make it work. Oh, I'll take this gas can in case the Dacia is low. Alright, let's get out of here. Don't bother using stims while you're taking damage from the blue like this. It's just a waste of meds because you're going to have to heal again anyway when you get into play zones. So just stay at low health for as long as you need, and then when you're about to head out, that's when you stim and use your first aid. I'm going to bandage, double stim, first aid, and then we're out of here. This car doesn't need to fill. I'm not going to waste time filling it up. It's got enough gas. There's new hotkeys for the energy drinks. I need to update my binds. It's definitely worth it having separate hotkeys for painkillers and energy drinks. But yeah, I haven't done that yet. I just haven't played that much with the patch. I haven't got as much gaming in this weekend as I would have liked. We're gonna drive safe. We're just gonna use the roads. It'll be much quicker. Actually, that's a lie, because I want to go this way. So we're gonna cut through here. This field's easy to drive through, safe to drive through in terms of not having much bumps and stuff. I'm not worried about flipping the car. That was the most dangerous bit just there. This timing's perfect because the blue's about to move again, which means this third circle is close to popping. and we'll be in our car driving towards the center, and then we can pick a location in the middle of that third circle, which will set us up great for the late game. I try not to drive through areas of high cover, because that's when you're gonna get shot by drive very close to someone next to a tree and they just shoot you and kill you. So try and drive in the open whenever possible. That's why I favor roads. I gotta stop boosting. I'm out of the blue now, and I don't want to run out of gas. This is more than enough for what I need. So yeah, we're just gonna drive towards the center, but we're waiting for the next play zone to pop before we actually choose our destination. Let's cut through the road up here. So I'm just gonna kill a little bit of time for this blue to lock in. I'm getting shot from behind. I'm just line of sighting them. Do I go there? I'd probably go here, actually. That's a better compound, but it's on the side of the circle that's going to have a lot of activity, so I'm going to go here. It'll be a much less congested side of this circle. Oh, we're losing all I don't want to drive slowly up a hill, that's how you die, so let's swing around. I don't want to blindly just drive straight into the middle of the compound and get out. I want to sort of drive around it a little bit, see if I see any action, if anyone shoots at me. Put burst mode on. So someone's been here, and the rain makes it really hard to tell if they're in this building or not. Normally I would use sound to hear them moving. So I've got to clear it very cautiously. I'm just jiggle peeking around all the corners. Alright, I'm going to close this door. People can just sneak up on you so easily in the rain. And just scout out all around me. There's this drop over here. I don't have good eyes on it though, so... Change to single fire. Change to burst and actually... Oh, I've got to heal as well. Let's heal. I got to used to having a mini in my loadout, so I use the mini for medium to long range, not the M16. The M16 is my close range weapon, which sounds weird saying. We're just holding our position. Shots from southwest somewhere. Dead. That was really bad of him. He needed to be behind cover and peeking me so that if he does get shot by me, he can fall back. He had nowhere to move. I'm favouring the north because that's the closest side to the edge of the circle, which just means it's going to be the most likely direction I get pushed. Someone pushing from the south is likely going to be in a car. So I will, in theory, hear them even through the rain at this distance. This gun feels sweet, I'm not going to lie. It's like when the game released, the M16 was sort of like this. It was sort of like a laser beam. It was like pew, 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 with no kick. It was totally imbalanced. So they nerfed it, and everyone stopped using it. But it's still a very good gun, which everyone seems to be relearning. So they've really balanced the guns well in this game. Okay. So this is where I'm sort of going to put my plan into action. I'm just going to run straight into the circle. I'm very close. I'm 150 meters. Each one of those squares in the bottom right mini-map is 100 meters. So it's not very far. It's probably going to take me, 20 seconds to run that distance, I think? Something like that. And we've got a minute and a half. So I'm going to hold this position for a little bit because I've got a minute and a half. But I don't want to wait until 30 seconds is left. I'm going to move when there's like a minute left. I just want to make sure I catch anyone that's pushing behind me, and then I will move to make sure I'm in a good position and can defend my position while the circle's moving. He was getting shot at by someone else. I have no idea where from. I couldn't hear a thing. And this, I wouldn't normally take shots at that, but because of the rain, I feel pretty safe. In terms of giving away my position or giving away too much information. So I've also got a silencer, a suppressor, what am I talking about? Shooting at that was absolutely fine. Alright, I gotta go. I'm running towards shots, I just heard them, suppressed. Running early like this, as I said, gives me time to run from tree to tree, which is also very good. There's someone just over the hill here. They're engaged on someone, so I want to use that to sneak up on them. Where are they? Got him. Who is he shooting at? Someone over there. Let's move this way a bit. I want to protect my behind while the circle's moving. I don't need to be in the play zone. I just wanted to capitalize on that guy making so much noise. Now I'm going to protect this side of the circle. This quadrant of the circle or whatever. Sector. Which is an extension of where I was. And then we'll run in. Doesn't seem to be anyone doing the last minute dash. Now I can run in. Another drop. Okay, so I didn't kill the first guy, but I think he died to the dude that I saw at second. I'm really worried about peeking him again because I'm so open to south, so I'm actually just going to run away from him This is the direction I want to run towards the circle anyway. The field's so open here that I want to give myself enough time to work this area. There's someone as well, just... God, this gun's sweet. This is a bit dangerous because that guy that I did shoot at that didn't get the kill before is probably pushing me. Nope, I need some more ammo. Moving early because I've got quite a distance to cover. Like 100 meters with only 30 seconds left is not great. I'm gonna loot this guy while I run. I've just got to get into the play zone. Man, the cover's so bad here. He's to my southwest. I don't know where. Oh, shit. Top 10? Is he just prone? Yep. Don't do that, guys. It's really bad. Like, as soon as I figured out where he was, he's just at such a disadvantage. Yeah, proning is awful in the middle of a field. The only time you should really be proning is when you're taking ridiculously long shots at someone that has no idea where you are, or when you're medding for cover. Okay, top 10. As I said, 6 alive. Someone over to the... I think this sort of section is all clear. I'm worried about someone flanking me from the water, and the people that'll be southwest. So I'm just constantly moving and trying to gather information. There's someone all the way over there. I'm going to move to this tree. Much better cover here. Prevent this guy from getting in the play zone as well. Yep, he's seen me. He's got to move. I'm not too worried. Definitely double stim. We're about to run. We're going to have to run. We're both going to have to run. If he gets in the water, he's dead. That's fine. He's so dead. He's just going to die to the blue. I'm so glad he did that. Yeah, he took so much damage from the circle. So me moving up on him denied him being able to advance into the play zone, which just gave me such a big advantage. 4 alive. They're all on the other side of the circle, but I have to move. So I want to take the high ground, and I want to move early because I've got such a big, like, relative. I don't know where anyone is, so I want to move safe. So I want to move early and get this high ground advantage, even though the distances are so small. I'm worried about someone just proned up here, as always. Alright, 3 other people. Just getting some information. I don't have to move just yet, 40 seconds. But I've got a much better position to advance into the play zone now. I'm going to go really wide, actually. Love the M16. Wow. Okay, he made a lot of noise. I'm going to go back this way. Like, his shot would have been heard by the other two players. There's not much cover left. Where is everyone? Someone has to be over there, and someone has to be up over here. I've only got one stim left. That's okay. I'll just save it. If I had more stims, I'd definitely pop one right now. I'm not quite in the zone. Is this tree? No. I'm gonna use the car. Okay, let's move. I want to go high ground whenever possible. Also means I get a flank easier. Another proned guy. Stop doing that, people. Okay, 1v1. I'm just on an information. I just don't want to get surprised by him. Use the edges of the hill. Just slowly advance. I'll take that. He didn't have any stims, which sucks. He'll be over here somewhere. Oh my god, please stop proning, people. It's awful. I'm so glad you guys witnessed that. Never play like that. That was so easy. Okay. I love this patch. Performance was great. That mini feels sweet. And, yeah. I addressed a lot of things that you shouldn't do. Like, when an opponent does it, I'm so happy because they're just giving me such an advantage. So I hope you can learn from these other guys' mistakes more than from what I did, because what I did was very stock standard. But it revealed a lot of play decisions, which is great. So more videos to come, as always. Might slow down a little bit because I am working full-time again. Did a really good job, which I'm happy about, but I will definitely continue making content for you guys. Have a good week. I will see you guys soon. Bye.